everyone, I am Rodev and welcome to my channel. This is my second video on the Roblox Studio Series uh, series, and this is going to be my third video on my channel. If you haven't watched my last video, we went over how to make a leader stat system plus a data store service script, which if the player joins the game and gets some sort of currency, the stats will save for when the player joins back, and if the player leaves, it'll figure out what the value of their currency was, and it's gonna save it for the player. So it'd be necessary to watch my last video because in this video we're gonna be making a currency display, which will pop up over here. This would be good for mobile users or for people that or for games that have like really big and populated servers, and there's like a big like server list, and if there's so many people in it, people are going to get confused on which leader sets are theirs. And so this is also good for mobile users because if for some reason they can't view their leader stats on the top bar over here, then they can view it right here on your screen. So what we're gonna do first is we're going to locate starter GUI and Explorer. And if you don't know how to open up Explorer properties, make sure to find View in your top bar thingy or customization bar or something or whatever it's called, and then you're gonna click View, and then you're gonna find Explorer properties. Click those if they're not checked yet. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert a screen GUI into starter GUI, and we're going to call this currency display. And in that currency display screen GUI, we're going to insert a frame, and we're going to call this cash display. We're going to go ahead and customize it the way we want it. I'll make it like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and customize it the way I want it to look. So UI corner. And this is just some basic designing. You don't have to make yours look super duper fancy. I'm just making mine look decent so it looks good for the tutorial video, which we're currently in. For the color, for the background color, I'm gonna just do 26, 26, 26. And next, we're gonna insert a text label, and you can go ahead and line it up the way you want it to be with your frame. And we're gonna go ahead and call this display. And we're gonna make the background transparency to 1, so we don't see the white background if you're using like a UI corner or something. Next, we can just go ahead and put n-a or 0 or whatever, or you can keep it as a label if you want it to. And then go ahead and design your display text label to however you want it to be. I'll go ahead and just do this. So there we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and insert a script into our display text label. And to start things off, we're going to say local local display equals script dot parent. Next, we're gonna go into identifying what leader stat we're going to use this for. And by doing that, we're gonna say local cash, since we made a cash display and points display. Cash equals game dot players dot local player dot leader stats dot cash. Now, if you have another name for your currency other than cash, then go ahead and put that instead of cash. Because I know some people are going to be confused as to why I said, or why I'm using cash. Because if you haven't watched my first video, then you won't understand what I did uh, for the currency I already have. But for now, I'm just going to show you. So what I have is cash and points. So that's what we're going to be doing for our currency displays. We're going to be making a cash one and a points one. So next we're going to make it so that it displays the text. So we're going to say display, not datetime, but display dot text equals, and then we're going to put quotation marks. And instead of saying cash, we'll just add a $sign and then a space. And then we're going to say dollar, not dollar, but dot, and we're going to say toString. And then we're going to add brackets here, and we're going to say cash dot value. Skip a line, and we're going to say cash dot get property change signal, which is oh, my bad, sorry, that was my phone. Which the property change signal, what that means is it's going to find out if the value changed in any point in time. So then we're going to add brackets, and we're going to say value. And after that, we're going to say :connect function, remove that last bracket, and then add 2 new brackets. Don't add anything inside of it. You can go ahead and add like a print to make sure it works. But for me, it doesn't really matter since it's a tutorial, and I know for a fact it's going to work. But I'm still gonna test it regardless. So next we're gonna say display dot text equals quotation marks $sign space. So it gives room for it gives the script room for the numbers. Dot toString cash dot value. So there we go. Here is our script. So display is script.parent, which is local scripts dot display. Identifying if there is a leader stat called cash in local player. Display text pretty much means if there is, it's going to show what the leader stat value is, and if it's at, like, let's say 100, it's going to say $sign or whatever you have. So let's say if it was ASF, it's going to put ASF and then the number value. But in this case, we're gonna do $sign and a space, so you can see the number easier, so it doesn't look all like jammed up with each other, so it doesn't look good, or so it doesn't look like crap. And then toString brackets cash.value means it's going to find the value of our currency, which is cash. Next, cash dot get property change signal, which is value, :connect function, pretty much means is it's going to find out if the value property was changed to something else. So like let's say we name display to something else. So let's say hello. Then property was then changed. The name property was then changed. So therefore, its value is going to be hello, pretty much, something like that. If you're confused, look up something on the dev forum. It'll help. And then next, after this, if it finds out that there was a change or if there was no change at all, it'll and if there was a change, it's going to display the new updated value, and if it wasn't changed, it's just gonna stay the same. So there you go. Quick, simple script. Let's go ahead and test it. So we can make sure it's working correctly for oh, looks like I gotta wait a second because Roblox Studio decides to freeze up on me whenever it feels like it. We're gonna go ahead and test it to see if it works, and if it works, we can do the points one. As you can see, it works perfectly. Hopefully the console, oh, expected colon, not dots. Let's see. See our output. Oh, my bad. I put dot instead of colon. That makes total sense. So sorry. Let's go ahead and reload that. Looks like we can't, sadly. But we know it works, so that's good. We can then go ahead and then go ahead and duplicate this. Duplicate this to however we want it. I'll just do this, and then instead of calling this cache display, we're gonna call this points display. Next, we're gonna go back into this local script, which is inside the display, and instead of having cache as our thing, we're gonna have this as points. Local points. So there we go. And now for changing the $sign, I'll most likely just put like a P and then colon to represent points. But there you go. Should work. So now if we go into the game, we should have our cache display and our points display right here. Here we go. So here we have our cache display and we have our points display. Let's go ahead and take a look at our console. No errors. Looks great. Let me just if this doesn't work, then just know that it's Roblox Studio's fault and it's not the script's fault. Because if it doesn't update in Roblox Studio, then try in game. It'll most likely work. It'll 99.9% work in like a regular server and not Roblox Studio. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say game.players.rodevcreator or Yuri, and it's your username, not it's rodevcreator. .leaderstats. So it's going to find leader stats inside of your character. And it's going to find cache or one of your currencies that are inside the player, and then it's going to edit the value, and we're going to say like 250. So of course, as you can see, it's not going to update since it's Roblox Studio and not like an actual server, but it still works because as you can see, it's displaying correctly and the leader stats work. So if the leader stats work, then the display is going to work. So there you have it. That's how you make a leader stat, or not a leader stat. Well, actually, yes, a leader stat display system, which you can then display how much a player has in leader stats, and then it's going to automatically update once the value has changed. So if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications to be notified when a new video comes out on my channel. Comment down below if you have any errors or suggestions. I'll reply to them as soon as I possibly can. And if I don't, then please do not get mad. And if you're in like some sort of rush, then go ahead and like find some other YouTuber that is good at scripting and can show you. And if they solve your question, then uh, good job for you. But if they don't, then sucks to know. But anyways, I am Rodev Creator, and this concludes my third Roblox Studio video on the channel. Again, if you did enjoy, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any errors or suggestions. I'll reply to them as soon as I possibly can. I am Rodev, and I am signing out for today's video. Have a good day, and I'll see you again soon.